back, guys. Sorry, I don't know what's happened, but it stopped, and I don't know.
And we weren't paying attention, so we don't know quite when it stopped.
When we stopped, yeah, because of my attention, it was like what? And Kit, he told that she's living with her wife 31 years.
Yes.
And 31 years. Can you imagine? Before you were like a man.
So when we met,
when you start your relationship,
but
it's real love, you know. I really, really envy you, you know, because a lot of people, like, they divorce. When I know some couples, when they like, oh, sorry, I'm gay, sorry.
Right.
They have a children, you know, one day, and they divorce. I found another man, or I found another woman, you know, and they divorce, exactly. But your wife, wow.
Yeah, so
and what you wanna do? You wanna, how can I say? You wanna to live with her whole life?
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, you know, but we've been together 31 years.
Children?
3 children.
3 children. Oh my God.
And she is okay with my transition.
She's okay. What about children? You know, did you think about like it could be difficult for them? It will be like a stress.
Yeah. She's mom.
Yeah.
I'm ma.
You ma.
I'm ma, M-A. She's mom, M-O-M. So there's a little, but my kids have been fine. I mean, look, I'm one of the lucky.
Or you don't care. Did you tell them, like, you know, like guys, look.
I thought about it a lot, and I did. I thought about it a long time, and I brought them along. I didn't just sort of plop it in their lap and say, oh, by the way, this is happening.
They were in the shock, like when you told them first time. How did you tell them? Like, sorry guys,
well, no,
I want to change my gender.
The first thing I told them was, I'm thinking about this. Like, this is what's on my head.
And they were like,
right,
like an American movie.
You know, but
what?
But at the same time, I mean, it made sense to them. I mean, you know, we joked about me being a lesbian trapped in a man's body. Well, that's basically being a woman trapped.
Yeah, yeah.
So it wasn't, you know, and I had fulfilled the motherly role well enough that, in fact, I had been wished Happy Mother's Day many, many years ago. Even as a man.
Yeah.
They wished me Happy Mother's Day.
Wow.
And so, yeah, it's...
You know, Kit, what I'm feeling now, what I start to... Yesterday, that's why, you know, we had some connection.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I had, exactly, definitely. And that's why, you know, I was like, I think you have some pain inside. I don't know. Maybe you don't show to people, you know, you with your smile always, yeah. But I feel your pain, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's why, you know, maybe you're trying to hide it. Maybe with another people it works.
Well,
but with me, no, man. A woman. Sorry, I'm. Yes, I can. You know, I can feel. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
sometimes people abuse you, or they like, oh, why? Like, you know, sometimes people are so.
I mean, look, there are people who look at me and my being who I am challenges many people's expectations of gender. Remember we talked about man, you know, white man, woman, somewhere in there, black man, black woman, right?
Yeah.
But up at the top of that is a white man. And so for a lot of people, it's how can you give up that position? How do you give up that position at the top of the pyramid?
Yes, exactly. Oh, sorry, I would like to tell you guys, because, you know, before it was we lost before.
Yeah.
This is our stream, and that's why I would like to repeat and explain the situation. We met with Kit yesterday in the meeting of AA. It's Anonymous Alcoholics. And I was very interested with her, and I asked her, can we make an interview? She thought, yes, okay, let's go. And she was talking about that she's married. She has a wife. She has 3 children. Can you imagine? And they are married 31 years, and now she decided to change her gender. Yes, and now we are talking. I'm trying to understand. When you felt it first time that something wrong, that it's not your body.
So, my mother told the stories.
Really?
When I was a kid, we would play house. Me and the neighbor kids would play house. I would play house so long as I could be mom.
Yes.
This is a 4-year-old kid. 3-4-year-old kid. So it's always been there. I had very kind parents. And so my parents, I was getting beaten up on the way home from school because I was not fitting into the mold. Okay? And I was doing things that were not acceptable for what society thinks of.
Yes, exactly. For people, it's very, very difficult.
Right. And so my parents and the school wanting to teach me not to get beaten up and really to help me get along in society. Taught me to conform to societal norms enough that people would accept me. And so, little by little, slowly but steadily, even though it was there, I went and got to a place where I was like, you know what? I was born male. That's the choice I had.
Yes, exactly. And what do you think? It is a mistake of God, or maybe it's your lesson? Because I believe in reincarnation.
Yeah.
And maybe you lost somewhere. Like before your your past life, you've been exactly a woman. That's why, like, when because I had the same story, something like that. When I was a child, I always asked God why I'm a woman. Why? I was like, I was so demanding. Why I'm a woman? Why? What happened? Like, and I realized it many, many years after, and exactly, if I didn't become a nun, exactly I could be or married with black guy. It's like one, like a maybe half my life with black guy, married with one black guy, and another 50% of my life I could be lesbian. Like,
right.
Yes. Maybe I could try this one and this one, and that's it. I would like to be a nun. Yeah. But you didn't. What did you feel? What did you feel when you started?
I don't know that I ever thought of it as a mistake. Having been a man, I have 3 wonderful children.
Yeah.
I have the privilege, really.
And can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Did you cheat your wife?
No.
Never. And you didn't interact with some man, maybe?
I've never been interested in men.
Never. But maybe you like some men.
Yeah.
No.
I like women.
Oh my God, it's so exciting! You explode my mind, por favor.
And I think that's why it took me so long. I mean, I'll be 50 in March.
Come on. No way. What do you do, huh?
And
50 years, oh my God.
And I really think that's why it took me 48 years to decide to transition, right?
48. Wow.
Because, I had a good one.
What do you think, Kit? Because it's expensive, to do this surgery. It's very expensive. This is one to cut this one,
You know what? I just have to trust that the universe has my back.
Wow.
And that as I move forward and as these things need to happen,
when do you want to do? When you want to do surgery?
10 years ago.
Yeah, but now, like exactly planned.
You know what? I'm just,
I think in America it will be very expensive. It will be very expensive. I know that some people they go from America to another country. It's cheaper.
Yeah, Thailand.
To take to buy a flight,
Yep.
to back and to live there,
Yep.
and it's cheaper to do it than here.
I guess as soon as I can, but I'm sort of like watching the universe's signs, trying to follow that path and accept what it has for me. And
I'm thinking about your wife because now you have a sex, But when you cut your penis, you won't.
Well, no, actually, no. You see, once hormones kicked in, that went away.
It didn't fit you. Oh.
I don't get hard anymore. It just doesn't. It's not the same. Like my body does not function as a male anymore.
Finished.
Done.
How 2 years, like 1.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And your wife is okay with it.
Yeah. I mean,
you have a sex like
it's been
two lesbians.
Yeah.
My mind, por favor. I told you, I met transgender, I met a lot of lesbians, gays in many, many countries. Before my travel around the world, I didn't understand. I was like the same, like what? Something wrong with these people. Yes. But now when I met a lot of people on my way, I asked a lot of questions, They told me very sincerely, like I felt it when I'm not guy, I'm woman exactly. From the small age, like 5 years, 9 years, I was like, and now I started to understand more than before. But your example, Kit, it's like out of the any system,
It's a very different, and I think it is part of why it took so long to transition. Because, you know what? Since I like women and whatnot, it's easier just not to do anything, right? Because.
And what do you think, Kit? Sorry, sometimes I interrupt you. I mean, because I have questions. I know, a lot of transgender and a lot of gays, they change partners very quickly. Some of them earn money with that. But you are opposite. What do you think about it? What do you think?
I think that
is it right? Because for me, not understandable. When people change their partners. So please.
I think it's changing. I think, the narrative was very much that. Well, even if you look at, say, Haitian culture or Latin cultures, right? You have guy, you have slightly effeminate guy, right?
What about your neighbors? They are okay.
That's why I live at South Beach.
That's why you moved.
Yeah, I moved to South Beach
because
they're
neighbors.
accepting it.
Yeah.
And my neighbors, I've got straight folk and gay folk, and it's a real mixed group of people.
Yeah.
And so I'm just another neighbor.
What about your friends, your relatives? How they?
I'm lucky.
Because my parents, they don't understand. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't eat meat, I don't have sex, But my parents, they don't understand my style of my life. They always like, oh, you're crazy. They wanna marry me, with children.
Right, because that's the narrative That's the story that they know. And so how do you fulfill the story that they know? I mean, really, that's all of us at some level look at other people and say, how do they fulfill the stories we know? You know? Some of us have a broader look. And I said this yesterday. I lived in 4 countries. I lived in 6 U.S. states. I've studied and or been fluent in 6 languages.
Wow. 6 languages. Oh my God.
You know, all of these things give me new stories. They introduce me to more people. The more people I know, the wider the friends I know, the wider the people I know.
They accept it.
Well, it's not even that. It's that I come to a place where I see all of these stories and it becomes just another story.
No, I mean, your relatives, they accept it.
Oh, yeah. My dad's fine.
What about your voice, Kit? Well, do you drink some, how can I say, this is the tablets?
I've worked on my voice. I've trained my voice to the place where it is. So my voice wasn't always where it is today.
Yeah.
It gets harder and harder to go back and
because I know some people they drink some pills, you know, and their voice is like exactly changed. And for example, if someone will watch this video, what kind of advice maybe you will give them? Because for me it's very important, not only yes, I'm very curious person, you know, but you know, I do this video, you know, to maybe to help such guys what will you know, face with the same story, you know, and they will maybe shine, you know, because I know some gays, some people who wants to change gender, they wanna do suicide because, you know, they understand that no one understands them. That's why it's very, very difficult, you know, for them.
I guess I would say is you have to learn to love yourself. All of yourself.
I think it's advice for everyone.
You know, in the Bible, when Jesus is asked about the most important thing, he says, well, the first is love the Lord your God. Soul. The second is like the first. Love your neighbor as yourself.
Yes.
So you're really saying you can only love people as well as you love yourself. You know? And I mean, it's one of the gifts of AA, of any 12-step, right?
Yeah.
Is yourself. It's the gift of 20 years of meditation for me. No.
20 years of meditation. Yeah. And tell me about this, Kit. Sorry, sometimes I, you know, because I have a question. What about, this is AA, Anonymous Alcoholics.
Right. So my story.
When you stopped to drink?
10 years and 27 days ago.
Why people continue in this meeting, continue to call themselves, hi, I'm Kit and I'm an alcoholic. I don't understand. I don't drink like 9 years. Sorry, I'm not alcoholic. Exactly, 100%.
So what I know is that if I were to pick up one drink, I would go back to drinking way too much.
But you don't drink 10 years. Why you have to come back?
Why do I have to keep coming to the meetings? Because it's part of the way I stay sober.
Yeah?
So, yeah, it is. It's very.
And you had a big problem, yeah? You drink every day.
I drink every day.
Me too.
And I drink.
I drink every day, like you know, like 1 beer, 2 beers.
Oh no! There was no
vodka, whiskey with Coca-Cola, and I smoke. I almost smoke 2 packs a day. You know, it's.
I quit smoking before I quit drinking. I quit smoking in 2003. So it's been 2003, 2000. I guess it was about maybe 2000.
And your life changed after, you know, when you stopped to drink?
Oh, absolutely. My life was a mess.
Yes.
But it's interesting because what I know now is that
What about your children? How old them?
20, 25, and 27.
They drink or not?
Some of them drink, some of them don't. Yeah.
What about your wife?
She doesn't drink.
She never drink, or
She
she's
grew
not
up
with
in an
you?
alcohol family, and so she doesn't drink because it's just too hard.
I think she has a very interesting experience with you.
Yeah.
Yes, I think yes. To have such husband or wife, I don't know. Like, yeah, I think it could be very interesting. Wow, interesting kid. And okay, sorry, I interrupt you. What about advice for people
Advice.
who have the same
Right.
situation? Please don't do suicide, guys.
No,
Don't do
no.
it because
Suicide
life.
is not.
Why you have to live, continue to live, even from curiosity, because life is so interesting.
I think, really, for advice, I would say, figure out what you need to do. I mean, if you need to transition, you need to transition.
Mm-hmm.
And then start to put the pieces in place to make that possible. Now,
Mm-hmm.
in this country, that's, find a therapist,
Yeah.
find a doctor, all those things. In some places, it's going to mean start to figure out, how do I move someplace else?
And you go to therapist.
Oh, yeah. I've had a therapist most of my adult life.
Really?
Yeah.
It's common in USA. In Russia, no, it's not common. Like our friends, vodka or beers and
Yep.
and a lot of tears. That's it.
Right.
It works very well. It's
Two
free.
different ways
It's
to get to the
almost,
same place.
It's almost free. Okay, therapist.
That,
Like a list what to
right.
do.
Well, I
and-
mean, I don't even. It's start to put the things in place you need to get to where you need to go. It's really the same thing as if you wanted to find a new job, right?
The
if
same.
you want to change your career,
You have some
say,
steps,
I
yeah?
need to get there. Here's the steps I need to get there.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That's it.
With if you're gay and you live in a place where it's not safe to be gay,
Go
start
to another
figuring
country.
out
Yes.
the steps.
Yes.
But
I met.
But it's look. I know that it's not going to be tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And so, but start to take the steps
Step by step.
to get there. You need to transition your gender.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just do it.
The best advice I got was the other side of it is try on pieces. Keep the ones that work and don't, and get rid of the ones that don't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
20%, I think.
Oh, okay.
We have
so the
to
battery is starting.
Yes. Okay. Because in Salvador, I met one guy.
Yeah.
He's very young and he's living in a small city. And
El Salvador is a tough place to be
and
trans.
I told him,
Or gay.
look,
I mean, I've been to El Salvador.
you have to move to another city,
Exactly.
more big city, like for example maybe capital, because here
Yeah.
people won't understand you, relatives won't understand you, and he loves relatives, and he afraid to go there.
Yeah.
And he told me about suicide. He told me really, I don't want to leave, and I have some thoughts. Thank you so much.
My
For this is for this is crazy.
My
It's
pleasure.
not but I think it's okay. Maybe someone will watch this video, and thank you so much. Good luck on your way, and
You as well.
I hope that you will send me one day photo with your boobs and your body, with maybe amazing voice. I was like, oh my god, good, is it you? Oh my god. No, I'm
Thank you.
wondering now.
Yeah.
You're a very good person. Please go ahead. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Good luck, guys.
Night.
Ciao, ciao. Так, завершим.